let's play some more with the difference quotient. So now let's remind ourselves that that's the function, and I'm going to put in x plus h. That would give me 1 over x plus h. Then, if I'm going to just use the function, that's just 1 over x. And then I keep it all over the h. Hey, wait a minute. We've just been practicing this, haven't we? We want to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the least common denominator. And so that would be x times x plus h. X times x plus h. Okay, so then let's do this, canceling as we go. So if I multiply this term here times all of this, the x plus h's cancel, so I'm left with an x. And if I multiply this term here times all of that, the x's cancel, so I'm left with an x plus h, but I'm careful to remember the negative sign. Never multiply the denominator out. So let's see what we've got. X minus, whoops, make that neater. X minus h, hx, x plus h. About now you're recognizing, hey, wait a minute, haven't we done this problem before? Yes. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be helping you through problems that we will be doing more of in the future. So you can see, whoops, that the h's cancel. Oh, come back. H's cancel, so I'm left with a negative 1 over an x times x plus h. So all of the homework problems, all of the note problems you will be seeing in some way in the future. Let's do this one. This is root, this is the function root, so I'm going to put in x plus h, and then, f of x, that's just like the function, right? All over h. Why don't we do something like that? Hey, I know. What if we multiply by the conjugate? So you've learned this tool, and you're going to need to know that it's a tool, and you're going to need to know to use it. I'm not going to say use the conjugate. Okay, so the numerator is the difference of squares. So this times this gives me x plus h. Outside, inside, cancel each other out. The last term's giving me minus an x. And I carry this h along, root x plus h plus root x. X's cancel here, right? You see it. X's are gone. So I get an h over. Oh, will you look at that? Because I didn't distribute the h through, I can see easily how it cancels. And so you know when you cancel, you get a 1 in the numerator, x plus h plus root x. All right, so this is here. You don't have to write anything. I'm just doing it all for you. So a secant line is a line between 2 points. It has nothing to do with y equals secant of x. Whoops. It has nothing to do with y equals secant of x. So let's look at what this function is. So the function is x squared. So I'm just going to draw it on this side because I'm looking at the point where x equal 1. X is 1. You know the point is y is 1, right? X is 1, y is 1, because you plug it into the function. All right, so then what if I plug x equal 4 in? So if I plug in x equal 4 into the x squared function, you know that that's going to give me the y value of 16, right? So those are my 2 points. So let me just say this is what I'm calling the point P, and that's the point Q. All right, so I'm going to draw a line between the point P and the point Q. Wow, sorry, it's moving on me. Okay, there's my line. If I have a line, can't I find the slope? I can. Slope is change in the y values, right? So that would be 16 subtract 1. And then over change in the x values, and that would be 4 minus 1. So that would give me 15 over 3. Oh, that's 5. And that kind of looks like it, right? You know how to read a slope like you read a graph. You come in this way like you're reading a word, and that's a pretty steep slope. We cannot say anything about a slope of a parabola, right? But we can talk about a slope of a line. So let's do this last one. So I want to find the slope of the secant line. So I'm giving you 2 points. So I'm just going to draw it here. And the first point they tell me is x equal 1. So if x equal 1, how do I find the y value? I put it in, and that gives me y equal 1. Okay, so then the other point is x equal 9. So there's x equal 9. How do I find out what the y value is? Oh, I put it into here, and that gives me a y value of 3, right? Root 9 is 3. Okay, so let me draw the secant line. So secant line is just a line between those 2 points. So I call this P, and I call that Q. Hey, that line has a slope. So the slope will be the change in the y values. That's just 3 minus 1, divided by the change in the x values, 9 minus 1. So 2 over 8, 1/4. And it kind of does look like a slope of 1/4, right? As you read a graph like you read a word, that's going up of a slope of 1/4, kind of slow. This one has a slope of 5. That's kind of fast. And that's it.